Welcome back, guys, to a new live day trading episode. My name is Julius. We are back in the S&P 500 in the micro future, and I already put in some lines to visualize this little range that we are opening in. You know my behavior. If you watch my videos, I will buy a double bottom here and sell a double top. That will be my first entry for today. We are trading 5 micro contracts. That equals about $25 a point. So quite a decent size. Market opens right here. Then let's see in which direction we will go today. Okay, looks very bullish here. First move. I'm ready to sell the market. I hope you are well. I hope you had a great week so far and had some great trading results. As you can see, we got some imbalances here from the European session. That is the reason why this opening candle kind of finds a little resistance here. Still bullish delta, even though you can definitely see that some active market sellers come in. I will also take a look at the mini chart from time to time, because the mini chart is the one that is really moved by the market participants and can differ from the micro future chart by one tick or another when it's getting really close to make a decision. If I should reverse a position or do something else, then it would be preferable to take a look at the mini chart, because also my system is based on the mini and not on the micro. The micro is just provided by the market makers in order for us to trade smaller size. My software that I'm using, Atas, got a little update, and that upgraded this little stop loss and take profit terminal a little bit to make it a little bit more advanced. But in my systems, I don't need a automatic take profit or automatic stop loss. I'm gonna stop myself out manually once I'm thinking that this position is not working anymore, because I really don't want to get phished by institutions. And you can definitely be sure that the institutions always know where your stop loss is. Alright, so we got a very undecided candle here. Let's see, we got a wick to the bottom, a wick to the tops. If you ask me, I would probably, we are in a pretty decent downtrend here. But if you ask me, I would probably prefer to buy this market, so buy a double bottom here, as I'm thinking that we are still in a bullish market phase overall. Maybe not on the 5-minute here, but overall. So I see some more upwards potential, but doesn't matter what I'm thinking here. I'm just doing what the market is offering us. So it seems like we are about to buy the market soon, but therefore this candle has to come a lot further down. Right now we are holding those lows here, but those are not the ones. Okay, that is enough here. Basically bought here at the low, pretty fine. So I'm gonna set in a stop loss line underneath. Oh, this line is not straight. Should be right. I'm gonna set it one tick below the previous lows. We are in with 5 contracts, so that's looking good. I also put in the account window for you guys so that you can see what the open P&L is at every point. I probably told you that before. If I would trade for myself without recording it, I would not use such an account window, and I would not want to constantly take a look at the open P&L or closed P&L. But for you guys, it's way more pleasant to watch a video or a live trading session in which you can always see what the open P&L is. So therefore I activated that for you, and right now the entry is pretty good. That is also the reason why I really do not wait for the last perfect tick. That would be here at the 68.25. I did not wait for the perfect last tick to be tested, but most of the time buy or sell a little higher, so some ticks before the actual low. And you can see why I'm doing that, because sometimes the market really does not test the very last tick, but finds support somewhat in that area. So that is the reason why I'm not putting in a stop or limit order at the exact last tick, but buy a little bit earlier. And so far it looked very good. We immediately saw some bullish momentum evolving. Let's take a look at the footprint chart. Right now it's just important that we at some point break those imbalances here. Delta looks very good still. We got also in the order book a pretty decent big order. 280 contracts are at the 80, so chances are quite there that we may gonna build that liquidity. So far everything looks good, and now the only thing that we have to do is keep being patient and taking your hands off of your mouse and keyboard and just letting the market do what it wants to do. Some of you guys, maybe some scalpers of you, would have already taken profit up here. Would have definitely, for a scalping approach, be a very good trade, perfect entry. Some would found resistance up here at those tops. I'm not a scalper here, I'm a day trader. I want to hold a position preferably for the whole day if it works. So there is still a lot of room and upside potential. As a day trader, I'm not willing to already take profits here. And if the market for some reason takes all of the open P&L away from us and closes in a loss, so be it. Right now, I'm not even thinking about the possibility that I should take profit here in my approach. All right, we're building some clusters up here. Not surprising, as we are taking some time on those price levels. Let's see. Okay, guys, so we closed as a bullish bar, but did not manage to take out those imbalances. So we'll see what the next bar is doing. If it's printing clusters again on those price levels, that would actually be a little short sign for me. But right now, currently, I'm just waiting. Still got the tops here, so there are a lot of obstacles in order to break out long. But I still think that there's a possibility that we're gonna buy back all of this European session stuff here and find ourselves at the 90 or something. So we'll see. There we go, guys. We are breaking out. Let's see. This is interesting. We definitely traded above those imbalances. Good sign. Value area high still there. In the meanwhile, this number grew to 327 contracts that are passive orders here at the 5080. Looking good so far. Still 2.5 minutes left for this candle to close. So hopefully we can close somehow strong and see a breakout soon. I hope that this day will not evolve into a range day here between the 77 and the 67. Okay, close. Yeah, really nothing big here. Good thing that we were more or less about to close here above the imbalances. So, but we got already 3 consecutive candles with bullish delta, so there might be one overdue with bearish one. We're gonna see a lot of speculation here. In the end, the market will show us what it wants to do. So I'm very happy with the entry point here. And I want to see a breakout above the 79 preferably. Okay, little update here. Seems like we made a double top in 2 consecutive candles and that those tops seem to still hold. What I can wait for now is basically got a push and then a little correction here. Hopefully the market will not trade all the way down to the lows and we will still be in the range. Hopefully we make kind of a higher low now and then break out. This is what I'm hoping for now. But as you can see, doesn't look too good. We are probably still into the range. Not surprisingly, as Albrook said, the market tends to do whatever it did before. It tends to continue doing what it did before. And we're ranging, so it tends to continue ranging. To really find the point where the market will break out is not that easy. But I will hold on to this long position here. Nevertheless, if we are still in a range, there's also the possibility that we're gonna find support down here again and go again to the tops. So be it. So here we are testing the lows of the range again. What do you think, guys? Will there be a breakout to the short side now? We'll see. I still hope for a breakout to the long side. But this is a very, very big bearish candle here. But we find support at the value area low, building some clusters, very negative delta. Time to observe a little longer here before we make a decision, definitely. So there we are, guys, back at the tops in the range. Crazy. Yeah, there wasn't really much to say here during this range. And I patiently waited and we are back at the tops here. So if you were a range scalper, you could have made a lot of profit in going long here, taking profit, shorting up here, taking profit, going long again, and taking profit again. That would have been a very profitable day for you until now, if you were trading this range, but I did not. I actually held on to my initial position, and it's also not looking too bad for me. Now I really want to see this bar either breaking out now or closing strong, and waiting for the next bar to see a continuation of this bullish movement. Okay, we closed pretty much strong. Okay, let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay, we broke over those tops. Now those highs here become relevant. Still big liquidity up here. So far it looks very good. The chances are high that the market will get this liquidity. Also delta still bullish. Now we're switching to a negative one. So far everything still looks good. And we're building some clusters here on those price levels. Interesting. I'm very happy with how that seems to work until now. So I'm gonna shut up for a minute and we'll just see what the market is doing. Before I forget that, okay, so my approach says that once 2 counter trend bars printed, and then we're back at the old tops, I am allowed to move the stop loss. So we got that. Let me get the cursor away. So we got a long position. So I waited for 2 counter trend short bars. 1, 2. There we are. So I would be allowed to move the stop loss now underneath. That is a little too high. Underneath this new low here. I will not do that. Why? Because this would just give me about 1 tick less of a loss here. But the chances that the market may come back and test this area again are quite there. So I will not risk being stopped out or being fished here only because I'm able to move the stop loss 1 tick higher, okay? So I'll leave it as it is. I think it is good there. Just that you know I would be able, or I would be allowed to move the stop loss 1 tick higher here. But because of 1 tick, I'm not increasing the risk of a market closing somewhat underneath my stop loss now, okay? So I will take the risk and just leave it here. If the bar would had a shorter wick, let's say something like that, I would definitely consider moving the stop loss this point. That would be quite a few ticks higher. That would make sense to move the stop loss. But as the wick is so long, I will just leave it as it is. And we're building clusters here at the highs, still not touched the liquidity. So let's see. So we are not there yet, guys. We are getting another correction. So we made a new high, but this was not a breakout yet. Got a little negative delta. So I'm still waiting. Maybe this is a correction for a higher low. We'll see. So far, everything still works. I just hope that we're not in that range anymore. Because like only 1 tick. Let's take a look at the mini. A look at that, guys. That is interesting. So in the mini, we didn't even break out, did we? I think not. I think this is a straight line here at the 79. So in the mini, we actually did not make a new high. We made a exact double top. So this could very well mean that we are still into the range here. Let me delete those lines. Our stop loss is still down here. And look at that. Here the mini is completely different than the micro. We actually did not make a bearish bar here. There actually was a doji in the mini, so that is very different. And we only made 1 bearish one. So this is the reason why I tend to look more at the mini future than on the micro. Even though I'm executing on the micro. But that of course means that we are kind of still in the range, okay? We did not break out. So there is quite a chance that we're gonna test the lows here again. And that the profit will be gone once we are down here. I do not hope so. But as of right now, this is just a annoying range day. This year, there are a lot of range days. So you can write down in the comments, maybe you are one of the range traders who just like to buy the double bottoms and sell the double tops. And that consecutively, then you might be very, very profitable with that. But I probably think that most of the traders are kind of trend searching traders who like to make their money on trending moves like I do. Basically, that's just some sort of preference of mine, probably because we are looking for something big to happen in the markets. And I think the majority of traders see those ranges as some kind of boring time that needs to be broken out of. So that is the reason why I guess that most of the traders are looking for trend scenarios. But if we go back, let's go back to yesterday's. Let me delete this. To yesterday's trading session, for example, I did not record that. Basically, after we opened the market here at this candle, you would have definitely been able to buy the lows here a lot of times and make some profit, even though this wasn't a very good range. But look at this market behavior. It's like, again, my favorite term, the piano pattern. 1 bullish bar, 1 bearish one, 1 bullish bar, 1 bearish one. It's very annoying to trade, even though in the long term you got a declining market. And then after that, the market immediately broke out again. Yeah, in the last few days, we got always those little range phases in which you as a range trader could make a lot of money. So we're just gonna wait here. I don't know if you want to see the mini chart or the micro with my entry. So I'm gonna show you the micro here. We printed like this bullish pin bar, so Still possible that we break out now. Hopefully this is a higher low and we're gonna make a higher high. I'm waiting for that. I'm recording for about 1 hour now. So I think it's time that something happens here, huh? By the way, we do not have major news upcoming, so the market is not waiting for anything specifically. Okay guys, so we broke out here. We definitely made a new high here. Made it low, and then really broke out, and now we got ourselves the higher high that I was waiting for. We also filled the liquidity that was lying at the 80. So if you would have looked at it in Bookmap, you'd have saw a very satisfying push over the liquidity, but I'm not using any heat map currently as I'm not needing it. So that looks very good here. We've definitely made a new high, so there is some correction incoming. That is totally normal. Let's see what the market is giving us. I'm recording for over 1 hour now. Why am I not looking on a heat map? I can just repeat myself. It's just, you can find entry and exit signals on every time frame, on every possible chart you can imagine. And may I consider that you guys, if you have a strategy that you backtested on a specific time frame and on a specific chart, that you would just keep true to that chart. I could find different signals in the footprint, in the order book, in the heat map. I just want to stay true to that, and I can just recommend that to you, trying that, so you won't get too overwhelmed by all the possibilities you could trade. So here we go, 5 seconds before this bar closes. Can we get a push? Yeah, alright. Take a look at the mini. We definitely closed above the top, so that is a valid breakout here. I love it. I just hope that it's not a false breakout and the market will go back to the range. Sometimes that happens. I still hope that we kind of trade back this sell-off from the European session earlier today. Took a footprint chart, some clusters here. We get some major liquidity at the 90. So everything looks good. I think I'm gonna record for another few minutes and then we'll see where we at. If you want to mark some things, we can mark this sideways phase in the market for sure. Hopefully we can break out further from this range. Sideways market here could definitely be seen as a little high volume zone. So if you would have a market profile, you'd probably see that. All right, let's get rid of that. I like my chart very blank. And let's continue trading here. Trading means sitting here and wait concentrated for something to happen. Like concentrated waiting. That is what I mean by trading. Trading doesn't mean that I push all of the possible buttons at every second. I'm not scalping here, I'm day trading. That means I'm sitting here, observing, waiting, being concentrated, and I'm always ready to make the hard decision. Always ready to make the uncomfortable decision. That is what we're doing here. Right here we're making a new high. I'm making sure to look at that in the mini and not in the micro. We made a new high. Let's take a look at the footprint. So far so good. We got some imbalances upcoming at the 84. Let's hope that the market will at least test those. So far we got ourselves a bullish US session until now. But that is what I mean with holding on to a position, guys. Can imagine a lot of traders already made 10 trades or so during this day. And that is totally fine if it's profitable for you guys. I would never judge another trader's way to trade. Who am I to judge? I would never do that. I would just compare their strategies to my system. And I'm just holding on to the same position I entered with after the open. And there is of course a chance that we're gonna lose all of the profit here. But there's also the, in my opinion, same chance, at least same chance. We are right now in a bullish breakout. Oh, look at that. That we are gonna make even more money from that position. So if you should trade completely different than I do, making a lot of trades, looking at bookmap, order flow, footprint, trend lines, MACD, EMAs all at the same time, and you're good with that and you're happy with that and you are profitable with that, I'm so happy for you guys. Please continue what works. Never change a running system, okay? For me, a way simpler approach works best. Because I am really a type of guy who tends to overtrade when I look at every different possibility that I am able to see in bookmap and in the EMAs and stuff like that. I'm willing to take every possibility that I see. So for me, a simpler strategy works better. Okay guys, so whilst we are making new highs here, I think I'm gonna end the recording right here and grab something to eat. I'm gonna switch over to a laptop, take that with me. I'm recording for 1.5 hours approximately. I think that should be enough at this point. I'm ending the recording for you guys with a profit of approximately $300. I will let that trade continue. For you, the session stops here with $300 in open P&L. Thank you guys for your support. Definitely make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I upload every Tuesday and every Saturday, so you won't be spammed with content, but get a decent amount of live trading every week. Thank you guys for watching. See you the next time. Thank you for your support. Oh, now this bar is really breaking out here. Looking good. $330 already. Thank you guys. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.